Oh man, is it a hot one today? She Dutch. You get that good boy, you get that baby. Laying right in front of the fan, being a little, uh, being a little fan hog. But hey, he needs it more than me, right? Just got home from work. Worked 8.5 hours today. Uh, and that bike home, that bike ride home tore my legs up because I was trying to get back to him as fast as possible. So no brakes, just constant pedaling. Leaves in my hair, going through. Oh my god, I might have to. I gotta wash up anyways. Uh, but those cramps, I believe they're a direct result of the bike riding. After a day of strenuous work, it is what it is. It's the nature of the business. I would have a problem with it. I never did. It's what I did all my life. But, man, I still got to cook for him. And who's on right now? Well, live chat, guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Hi, baby. I thought that was you. Hey, IKEA. How you doing? Stick around. Big O, hey, how you doing, Big O? Manish Dahia. How you doing, sir? Sorry if I butchered your name. Sorry, bud. Uh, you can call me one back if, hey, how you doing, Bryden? Trying to get more people in here. Hey, guys, if you come in, I know sometimes I do survival stuff and my shorts really blow up and get a bunch of views. My lives don't do too well, though. But you can help me out by uh, staying with the show. Uh, it helps the algorithms. Throw me a thumbs up uh, if you like it. Sometimes I do survival stuff. Sometimes I just talk. Right now I'm plumb wore out. I'm talking today. I promise you though, something I didn't get a chance to do yet is a friction fire for you guys. I think I'll put a bow drill uh, together. Been promising to do that. I've just been plumb wore out. So yeah, camping. It is what it is, man. Uh, and I'm up at 2:30 in the morning. I work anywhere at least 8 hours a day. Then I got a 3 mile either bike ride or walk. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. And it's hard on this 52-year-old body, you know. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for a thumbs up. Those of you who are new and not subscribed yet, If you like my vibe, subscribe, man. Help me get that channel up. Throw me a thumbs up, say hi, say screw you, say whatever in the comments. It helps the algorithms. Uh, and I don't got time right now. I don't even know who that is. Uh, Sorry, guys. But I promise you, might even try to do it this weekend. Uh, Try to put a friction fire together for you guys. I have to play. The hard part about that is I have to play extremely low key here. I mean, these devils that own this complex are just running wild, threatening me with uh, trespassing and getting arrested for trespassing. I don't know if they understand laws or not. I'm 52. 52, buddy. But in order to get arrested for trespassing, first you have to be presented with a trespassing notification, whether it be verbal or written. And then you have to have a chance to leave the premises. But just in case anybody leaves early, anybody near me that has a camper that you don't drive anymore, that doesn't even run, but it's decent inside for occupancy, think about it if you would be interested in rental income. I could do you $300 a week. That's $300 in your pocket. And just give me a holler. I'm gonna try to get a hold of me here, and we can exchange emails or whatever. But or anybody has a camper that they don't use no more that runs, would like to and need something done to your house. I'm pretty good at my craft. I've been doing this remodeling for 35 years. You know, I'm pretty good at my craft, and maybe we could exchange work for the RV, or even a conversion van would work. Anything to the hotels are expensive, crazy expensive, and the ones that are affordable don't accept him. Well, who else is in here? But for me to leave him behind would be the same as for me to ask you, pick one of your kids, pick one of your family members. They don't get to come, but you're welcome. You know what? That don't work with me. You know, family is everything, and I'm either accepted by family. Hit a thumbs up and say hi, guys, please. It really helps the algorithms. As soon as I get this baby up to 1,000 subscribers, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that crazy stuff, I can start getting an income off the commercials. So anything like that. And you know, the bartering system, the government didn't like that because there's no way for them to tax it. Taxes are illegal anyways. Did you know that the headquarters in of the IRS is in, what is it, baby? Puerto Rico, right? Do you know why it's in Puerto Rico? So that they can't get audited, because it's a different country. It's a different providence. And even on their own website, it says taxes are voluntary. If you don't sign a W-2 or a 1040 or whatever, they legally can't collect from you. That's why Trump is slowly but surely, his beautiful new bill. He's trying to slow walk normies or people that don't know these things to get them used to a point where pretty soon he's going to eliminate taxes. Uh, and people don't have a grasp on that because taxes are illegal. Study your history. Remember the Boston Tea Party. Uh, so just go down those rabbit holes if you'd like. Um, but I need to find a place for my wife and my pup, and I would like to have that accomplished in 2 weeks. No longer than 3. So the money part is available now because I've got a job, a good paying job. Boy, he just had to smack that other fella out of my hand and say, I got something better for you. Why are you sticking around with this knucklehead? Giving you 10, 15 hours a week and then firing you because you asked for more hours. And then the guy that hired me, he's a old time Marine, hardcore, you know, and I understand that. But I appreciate what he did, giving me a chance when nobody else would. That was the biggest obstacle, and he gave it to me. I took it, and I do nothing but come in and work my backside off for this man because he deserves it for that chance he gave me. I'm going to do everything in my power, give him every bit of knowledge I've got of the stuff I know how to do to elevate his name and his company. That's how you show appreciation for your boss for giving you a job. A job is a valuable thing. But now I need to move on, and getting my family back together is top priority now. All this other stuff, it's just it is what it is. I'll deal with it. And it's hot today, but it's supposed to be the last hot day, and it's supposed to cool down for about a week. We're supposed to get rained out tomorrow. I hope not. Hey, if my crew leader, if he's game to work, I am. I don't care about getting wet. I don't know how many times in 35 years I've worked in the rain. It don't bother me. It's but my boss, he was gracious enough to give me the same hourly wage I left with. But the difference is, see, that's what this other idiot didn't understand was you can give a man $1,000 an hour, but if you don't give him the hours to go with it, that don't mean nothing. At 10, 15 hours a week, I couldn't even meet the first line on my budget sheet. But this guy gave me what I left with, and then he's given me the hours to make that hourly wage worthwhile. There's some minor details that still gotta get worked out in my personal life, but as far as the job, I love it. I love the company. Totally legit. Pretty good sized company. They do a lot of things. They've got a division that does decks, which is where I'm at. Today we installed commercial mailboxes. Them things are heavy. Oh my goodness, them things are heavy. I didn't know. I thought they was just You know, but I got a gripe to say about the U.S. Postal Service. You sold us boats. You gave us boats that went with that. That is made with cheap Chinese steel. People, they strip out easy. You cross thread easy. What are you doing, U.S. Postal Service? Uh, I'm hoping there's no problems with my check getting uh, deposited in my daughter's name. That would be sweet. And then from there, I'll have money to send in with the application to get my birth certificate so that I can get an ID. Uh, and go from there. But as soon as I have use of ID, sky's the limit. I don't really like the idea because that ID, uh, it really ties you back into the corporation. I didn't really like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is, and it's just for a little while. Things are getting ready to flip and change for the better, guys and gals. Uh, the five that's staying in here watching, thank you so much. I know my wife's in here. She's just a she's just a sweetheart. And we've been separated 5.5 months, going on 6. So if you see the urgency in that, then no, that's the core reason. Um, I just got placed so low key this time around, back in here. But hopefully, Lord willing, 2 or 3 weeks, I'm out of here and my family's back together. Um, friend of mine's, dear friend of mine's, Kim, bought me 2 packs of cigarettes today because she's just got a big beautiful heart, and I appreciate it. Just in case you're in here, because I worked all day today without a cigarette. I tell you what, it was hot, it was miserable, the work was brutal, and no cigarettes. That was a rough one. I know, baby, I'm working on it, but it's not happening right now, okay? We're just gonna have to wait. Sit closer to the fan, silly. Sit right here. My wife calls him Brown Round. They love each other, though. They have their little mind games they play with each other. It's the cutest thing in the world. Um, but that's what I'm needing is a place I can rent. And if any of you have, I don't know who that is. If any of you have a large piece of property that you would want to rent a spot out where I could pitch a tent, that would be fine too. Because there's ways of working around that. Don't get scared of that, babe. Don't get scared because I can get a solar generator to run an AC and a TV. Okay. Um, but we're gonna do what we have to do to not be separated again. Uh, Other than that, there's really nothing else. I want to stretch out so bad, but I got so much to do and a limited time to do it because I have to hit the hay by 6:30, no later than 7, and then that's still cutting my sleep time in half. I go to work brutally exhausted every day, but I love it because it's work. It's something I'm used to, um, and it's necessary. You know, uh, I'm not a lazy man, so I'm thankful for my work. I'm thankful for the company and the boss and what he did for me. Um, But right now it is what it is. Uh, my dad would say, "Suck it up, Buttercup." you know, uh, I'm glad for the upbringing I had. And my dad really put the bark on us kids. He knew this was a cruel and mean and crazy world, and you had to have some bark on you to survive it. And I'm glad for my upbringing. Uh, that for now is all I got to say. We're gonna try for a friction fire on Sunday. I don't know how successful we are, but I'll at least walk you through the process of picking out the materials, how to put a bird's nest together, um, and then how to process the materials once you get it, and then we'll give her a try. It's supposed to rain hard for all day tomorrow, and then at least Friday evening. Uh, so I don't know if we'll be successful, but I'll try every trick in the book to get a friction fire together for you guys and try to teach you how to do it. It's really a lost art. I put my first fire together when I was 7, and man, it was like an orgasm. It was better, you know. To use natural materials to create fire is one of the best feelings. You're so proud of yourself when you get that first. I'll walk you through what you're looking for. Like I use white pine. I got white pine all around me. It's one of the easiest materials I've ever used, and the processing of the materials is the longest part. But once you get your bow strung, your hearth, your spindle holder, and you learn the technique, uh, with white pine, as soon as I get it's literally about a minute to getting a coal, and then putting it in your bird's nest and blowing it to life and getting a fire going. Uh, but it's a lost art, it's a lost skill, and I really, really, it tickles me to death to get people interested in what our forefathers did and went through way back when. They were true pioneers, and my hat's off to them. But I like teaching this stuff, and then maybe before I get out of here on another weekend, I've been looking at a spot. I'll probably try to walk you through the process. It's going to be a long one, but walk you through the process of. We might do a wiki up. They're fun. I like them versus TPs because they got a lower roof on them, and they're easier to heat and easier to dry and all that stuff. So we might do something like that too. I'd like to teach you guys eventually a little bit about tracking. Uh, my dad taught me some, but I had a Apache kid as a best friend growing up, and what my I had the privilege of learning survival skills, military style, because that's what my dad taught me. You know, that's why I know how to evade and elude so well. Uh, that's why I know how to play low key. That's why I know how to camouflage real good. But then my Apache friend, his grandfather, gosh, back then was old, and he used to tell us stories about white settlers and what Apaches did to them and stuff like that when they caught them in wars and stuff like that. That Apache honed my tracking skills down beautifully. I loved every bit of that. That old man, that the wisdom, the connotation we give Indians ignorant savages. They were by no means ignorant. They were extremely intelligent people. At least this old man was. Very wise. And the Bible tells us to seek wisdom too. It says in Proverbs to seek wisdom more than find gold. Wisdom is going to get you through the day, not gold. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know what to do in a emergency situation, your goose is cooked. Give me the wisdom. Give me the wisdom all day long. Uh, but yeah, I want to teach all this stuff. Even though the main purpose of starting this channel was to just walk you through my process of being homeless, and what I have to do to survive. You know, one thing I can say about survival, though, if you're a lazy person, don't try it. Survival, being self-dependent, is a beautiful thing, but it's hard work. When I lived in the Sandadri Crystal Mountains, uh, it was nothing to hike through valleys, swim across uh, mountain streams that were just icy cold all year round. That's why that's why I hate cold water so much. But it was nothing to hike 4, 5, 6 miles back to camp with 60, 70 pounds of meat over my shoulders. Uh, it's brutal, but the freedom was just beautiful. You can't beat it. That's true freedom right there. And the fact that you're depending on nothing else but God and yourself to live such a lifestyle. I lived in there in those mountains for about 2 years, but to be able to depend on yourself like that, it's you've never experienced true freedom before until you experience something like that. But if you're lazy, I wouldn't do it, because lazy will get you killed in a situation like that. Lazy will get you killed in a situation like this. And I'm in the city. And there's not a day, there's not a minute that goes by that I can't. Sorry, guys. I'm a. Almost. Bent that leg wrong. Almost suffered another cramp. Better be careful with this one, because them last two cramps before I walked Dutch, they was terrible. Let's see if I can't. There we go. And then, even when I'm in a hotel or another apartment or whatever after this, I want to keep this channel going, because I can still, and I'll probably increase the survival aspect of the channel, just because I won't have all this other stuff to have to deal with and worry about, because it's a constant worry every day. When you're broke, how you're gonna eat, how you're gonna feed your family, sucking it up however tired you are to get your butt home, because you got somebody dependent on you when you get home to make sure they're safe and okay. But after all this, and I can get settled in, you know, uh, I'd like to continue and teach more of the survival stuff. I've got about a good dozen snares and traps I can walk you through. I'd like to teach you every one of them. I'd like to teach you different uh, friction fire uh, methods. Probably except not the hand drill, just because my shoulders are shot, and doing that hand drill, you talk about a workout that makes your shoulders burn. So you probably won't know. I'll probably teach you how to find the materials for it and probably carve out a hand drill set just to show you how to do it and what you're looking for. I'll show you how to identify woods that make for good friction fire. Cedar would be one, willow would be one. Uh, the mullein that I talk about all the time. The stalk, when it dries, it has a papery pith in the center. It makes a perfect hand spindle. Uh, I've used it with box elders and white pine and gotten a coal to blow to life. Uh, Using those combinations, box elder is actually not bad. I still think I'm sold on the white pine. You put me in a wilderness full of white pine and I'll survive all day. You can eat the inner bark of white pine, the inner cadmium layer. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Uh, Underneath the surface bark. Uh, I used to take and cut out maybe a 5 by 5 square, a little bit from each tree, slice it in uh, rolls, and throw them in hot butter, a little salt. Tastes just like a potato chip. Um, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but I've got, if you can see, a really nasty scar right about here. I don't know if you can see it. See it? But I cut my arm open real bad punching through a storm door, a glass storm door when I was younger. These are doctors that did this sewing, and that is one of the ugliest scars I've ever seen. But I've got, it's been so long, and I don't want to move the camera because it was everything in me to get that thing to sit straight. I've got, I'll show you in better light and some other time, anyways. I've got a scar here that I cut myself with my kabar when I first got it, just playing around and testing what the knife can do and see what I can do with the knife and stuff. You're gonna cut yourself, uh, but you gotta do it. You gotta see what your tool can do for you and what your skill set with it is. So when I cut myself, all I did was just take some white pine and I hit it with the edge of the knife and made it bleed. And I just held my skin together for about 10 minutes and it held. And it's a beautiful scar. It looks like an artist sewed that together. Doctors that spend years and years give me the ugliest scar I've ever seen, and I've got a beautiful patch right here just from what God gave me. Uh, Good. I'm glad you're cooking and eating, baby. I'm so glad. I hate for you to be hungry. Kim, I hope you're okay. If you're in here and watching, uh, yeah, I sure do. This, this is crazy. It is hot in here. You could probably bake cookies in this mug. If it wasn't for that fan, if it wasn't for that fan moving this air, it would suck. It would suck big time. And I would have to take the dog over to that pond and me and him would jump in it and stay in it till it got dark. But that fan is moving the air so it's bearable. And I got my pup here. He's sitting there laying right in front of it, soaking it up. Uh, but yeah, anybody, let's do it again because I'm about to get off here anyways. I got a lot to do before I can even lay down. Anybody know anybody with a camper that I can rent out on their property? It don't have to run. If they want to use that camper sort of like a mini apartment, I'd be willing to do something like that. Or has one that they want to sell outright, let me know. I can either pay you cash, or we can set up a bartering system. I can fix major issues in your house, and we can keep doing it until we come to an agreement and a good price that makes both parties happy. Uh, the hotels are expensive. It's going to be tricky finding one I can afford that will accept him, and he's not getting left behind. Not on my best day. He's not getting left behind. He's family too. I'm a country boy. I'm just an old country boy, and we value our dogs. Hey, how you doing, John? How you doing, preacher? Thanks for stopping in. Uh, but that's what I'm looking for. If any of my friends, anybody, my subscribers know anybody, please turn me on. Hit me up on here and we'll exchange emails or phone numbers or whatever and get into the personal details. But if you know anybody, let me know. Please, please. Other than that, and one more time, if you like my vibe, please subscribe, share with your friends, get this channel up. Say hi, say screw you, write something in the comments. It helps the algorithms, and it pushes my name up there. You know, a thousand subscribers. That's what I'm. And God did great for me. So yeah, up to 76 subscribers, I think, in just a little under a month since I started this channel. So that's not bad. That's all God. Especially when I'm hearing some of these YouTubers say that it takes months and uh, years even get past 10, 15, 20 subscribers. So I know that's all God. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know. My friend, uh, JD, I call him brother, cause he is. Uh, Before I get off that, let me put something to you. This is one of the best dudes I've ever met. Uh, Intelligent, good to talk to, uh, and interact with. He's got two beautiful German shepherds. Oh, they're so gorgeous. The male was just loving on me yesterday. I love that. Love that dog. That female was beautiful too. I'm sold on this breed just because I just know what they're all about. They're so intelligent, easy to train, loyal, good protectors. They're not too big, but not too small. My friend, my friend, I loved his German shepherds yesterday. Uh, Man, I'm so tired. I'm slap happy. You know, it's like I did drugs or something, but I'm not on anything. I'm just tired. I'm wore out. Them mailboxes was every bit of 100 pounds apiece, if not more. It took two of us to lift them up and put them on their stands, and then one person's got to hold and study it to keep it balanced on that little bitty stand, and another person's got to run bolts up in and get it tacked down. It's brutal work, and there wasn't a tree around. Right in direct sunlight, 89 degrees. Thank you so much, brother. This is a good dude. By the way, Making the Cut is his channel. If any of you want to visit uh, his channel and check him out. I'm subscribed to it. He's a good buddy of mine. So and he's a good dude. Uh, so check him out. And then with all the other stuff, just ask around your friends. Everybody knows somebody that might have a camper for sale, or want to use it as rental income. Uh, that'd be the best route. Uh, because I'm still not making $1 million a month. I'm still working, man, and it's rough. And then weeks when I get rained out, I gotta put stuff like that into factor. I'm trying to find the best alternative where this little guy right here doesn't get left out. He's not getting left out. Come hell or high water, he's not getting left out. This pup right here's got my back all day long. And if anybody on this planet doesn't think I'd charge hell with a water pistol to get him out of it, they just don't know me and don't know how much I love this dog. This is my baby. I raised him since he was a pup. This is my baby. He don't get left out. I gotta get off here though. I gotta cook for him. I gotta play duck and dodge him to go get my food so that I can have something to cook. I still gotta gather firewood. God, oh my God, it just never ends. Uh, but I'll make it happen. It is what it is. It's things I gotta do. It's all part of the game, and I gotta get done. Shout out to my friend. Shout out to my people around here that's still helping me. There's quite a few in here that I don't trust. That's why I'm playing so low key. But there's some in here that are still beautiful souls. And I just want you guys to know I love you. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate your friendship. Because right now I'm definitely in a spot where I need a friend. So that's about it for now. I might stretch out just for a second, and then I gotta get going. And I gotta see who's been calling me. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. If you like my vibe, subscribe. Redneck Patriot out. Everybody have a blessed day.